Thank
Senator
you,
Blackburn.
Madam Chairman. I appreciate that, and I say thank you to my colleague. I want to thank you for coming to Tennessee recently. I want to thank you for your hands-on approach as you are dealing with these issues of train crashes, and I know it's been more hands-on than President Biden, and I appreciate that. I also want to say thank you for the outreach this week as we had a plane crash in Nashville, and for your forthcoming information that has helped us with that, the press conference that you have held. I'd like to ask you if there is any additional information that you can supply today on that plane crash.
The only additional information is that we moved the wreckage to a secure location in Tennessee, and we are beginning to look at the wreckage. Our deepest condolences to the family, 2 adults and 3 children. It was very tragic. But as we receive more information, I will make sure that you continue to remain informed on this.
I appreciate that, and indeed we do extend those condolences, and what a tragic situation. But as we discussed yesterday, gratitude that no lives were lost there on I-40 when that plane crashed. I do want to add to the comments of the ranking member and chairman about our concern over lack of cooperation and what we perceive is lack of cooperation on these investigations. And I know that's a source of frustration for you and your team. It is for us because we hear that some of the manufacturers are not as cooperative as they should be. The maintenance organizations are not as cooperative. And Madam Chairman, I would add that it is not only the planes, it is also trains. It is also other entities that are involved in the flying public. I do have one other question I wanted to ask you about. I have advocated for the Let Experienced Pilots Fly. When we look at the number, what is happening in aviation and the need to get these planes in the air on time, on schedule for the flying public, and I recently offered that as an amendment. It failed. I know the unions are against this. I know the union bosses had reached out to the FAA to block this, raising the pilot age from 65 to 67 and keeping these experienced pilots flying. Yesterday, my flight coming in, we had turbulence. I was glad that there was a guy with experience in the cockpit. And I would just like to know if the Airline Pilot Association has reached out to the NTSB to stand against that. I know you can't take a position on the issue, but I want to know if the union has reached out to the NTSB requesting a position.
No, Senator, the union has not reached out to the NTSB requesting a position. They know that the NTSB bases its recommendations on the facts around a particular investigation, and we don't have a recommendation in this particular area.
Okay, and of course, I think for the administration, for the union to reach out to the administration and the administration to have a position like the FAA had on this is completely inappropriate. Thank you so much, and I yield back my time. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.